Welcome everyone to DappRadar's Off the Blockchain. And again, we are live. We are here with you in person. Yeah, it's a show where we get together every week to discuss the world of Web3. And this week has an extra sense of excitement and frisson for all of us because we're all going to be meeting up soon as a company, as a team in Barcelona. So we're all very excited about that and getting to meet each other and being together in Spain. Now, as always, with me, I have the king of content, Robert Hogendorn, and I also have my compatriot, broadcasting all the way from Lithuania at the moment, Ian Kane. Hello to you two. Thank you for joining me. Of course, you have me, your host, Charlie. As always, like and subscribe if you're a regular listener, and you can also catch us on Spotify every week. So, what do we have lined up today? We have a packed show, so I'll have my work cut out for me to move through all of it at pace as opposed to getting caught on topics that interest all of us. Now, we'll be talking about the Ethereum merge. Ian has a few things he wants us all to know about for when it happens. So stay tuned for Ian's tips, the things to look out for when the merge happens. I think it's around 15th, 16th of September. Is that right, Ian? Yeah.
Keep seeing a few different dates. I saw 13th this morning and then I saw 15th today. So around that.
I saw a post from Vitalik saying it's still happening on the 15th or 16th. So obviously there's been a few rumors going around. But yeah,
the closer it comes, the more it can be narrowed down, right?
Yeah, but it's meant to be happening in about 10 days or so, or 9 days. Rob is going to hit us up with his regular round of gaming alpha. We'll be discussing a new blockchain coming to DappRadar. If you're a fan of us and what we do, you might already have heard about it, but it's one of the big ones, and we are finally integrating it into our tools and products. We'll also be announcing the winner of DappRadar's meme competition. So everyone stay tuned for that. There's some really good ones in there. There's some funny ones. But we had a lot of fun deciding on the winners there. Of course, it would be remiss of me not to ask you both how you're doing. So I'll start with you this week, Ian. How have you been?
I'm good. I've been spending most of my week doing a bit of research ahead of the merge and kind of getting my ducks in a line, if that's what you say, or my tokens. Ducks in order. Getting my tokens in order would be more accurate. But that alongside also really digging into layer 2 and starting to put together a bag that I can be proud of in that space. So yeah, a lot of research and reading this week for me.
Is this the start of layer 2 now? Are we in that age?
Rob's been saying it for ages, and I just suddenly realized how right he was. So I just kind of started doing a bit of homework. So yeah, I feel like the premise is, well, we can talk about that later, but the premise is, if Ethereum scales to 100,000 transactions, then what can L2 do? That's just going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, I was thinking that. We'll get into it later, so I won't get into it now, but those numbers seem big, don't they, for Ethereum, after Ethereum's merge? But really, in the big scheme of things, compared to the internet, is that a lot of transactions or not? Right, we'll get into that in a bit. Rob, you ready for Barcelona?
Not yet, mate. Still need to pack my bags. I have been packing my wallet over the weekend. I've been busy with some NFT purchases. I was like, okay, let's see what I can find that's reasonably affordable. I also did some expensive things. Like I went into the Artifact. No, I have a CloneX. So Artifact did this NFT drop / forging. So you're actually buying sneakers and sweaters and that kind of stuff.
I saw that, and you can buy socks and stuff, can't you?
Yeah. So I bought some NFTs of that. But more interestingly, I bought Cypher. I don't know if you're familiar with Cypher. It's an action RPG made by a team in Southeast Asia. It's looking very good, and pretty soon they will have their closed alpha or open alpha. I don't know, but they have some gameplay coming out. So I've been curious about the game for quite some time. I was like, oh, let's check out how expensive NFTs are. So I bought some floor NFTs from the Cypher collection.
Nice. So how is CIPHER? Cypher?
Oh no, S.
Oh, S.
Yeah, SIPHER.
Right now, I'll say now.
XYZ.
Writing that down, Charlie.
Well, if Rob ever drops NFT tips, it's always worth listening to.
Got to listen, right? You got to listen hard.
All right. Before we get into the fun topics that we want to talk about, I want to start off with the game of thumbs up or thumbs down. to get your opinions and stuff. So I've got a couple of topics where I'll give them to you and then we can all pass judgment on them. So the first one is going to be David Bowie coming to the blockchain. So his estate is releasing a new NFT collection called Bowie.
Rob's given his answer already.
Hold on. It's called Bowie on the blockchain. It's going to be on OpenSea, and it will be a bunch of artists creating Bowie-inspired artworks. Now, do you know what, actually, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down, and I'll tell you something afterwards as well. Right. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
No, basically.
All right. I'm going to go sideways because, as I said to you the other day, Ian, I've always got a mixed opinion on celebrity-inspired NFTs. I think they're usually just money grabbing, and I've seen a few that have come out recently. There was a Bill Murray one. There was a Sia one. Various other people do them, and I just think they've got sort of no utility, and they're sort of quite cynical attempts at taking money from already committed fans. I will just add on this one. All the money goes to humanitarian causes from Bowie's estate. That's what it says in the press release. So, but at the same time, will it be a good NFT or not? Rob, why are you thumbs down?
Look, like I can already predict what will happen. Like the iconic photo of him with the face paint that will be done 20 times in different variations. And again, like you said, it's another celebrity thing. Sure, like there's some humanitarian causes to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's nice, that's sweet and all, but this does not enrich the NFT community at all. Like this is so yeah. I mean, nice for charity. Okay.
Do you know what though? I have to agree with you. I think these things are just there's no real originality in them, and they're doing art based on stuff that has already been done anyway. So yeah, go on, Ian. Why are you thumbs up? Come give us the sunny side of the conversation.
I think that you're talking about it.
Ian can do the sunny side. That's
I know. What is
I'm usually on the negative one, right?
He's usually the cynical one.
I think both of you started your negativity on the wrong foot, that they have no utility. Why do they have to have utility? They're memorabilia, they're digital collectibles. They're not an access pass to a metaverse. That's not what they're trying to be. But that's just that point that I wanted to make, that they are a keepsake. Like having an original Pearl Jam.
They're not really, are they? Because they're in your phone.
Yeah,
wallet. You want it up in your wallet if it's going to be a real keepsake.
But that's what you say.
No.
You want it up on your wall. You want it on your wall. Not everybody wants it on their wall.
Okay,
Some
true.
people want it on their wall in a metaverse. You will be able to do that.
Yeah, but
mainly, hang on.
Go on, Ian, then Rob, you can jump in.
The reason I like it, Starchild is a legend, man. David Bowie is a legend. I envisage this similar to the Shatner collection, not the other collections we've seen, the Bill Murray one. Maybe they've got pieces of memorabilia that nobody's ever seen. Maybe they've got music scores. Maybe they've got photographs. These things are pretty cool. Like, these are cool things. I'm not supporting the idea that they become $1 million assets or whatever, but I do think that fans deserve the right to be able to get hold of these things. And there was a new wave of Bowie fans, not your mum and dad, that might want to get a digital collectible. So, and it goes to charity. So while I'm not saying it's the coolest NFT and it's not going to make, it's not going to break the
I know what you mean, yeah.
It's also not trying to do that. So I wouldn't judge it with that stick.
Fair enough. Rob, you have the floor.
Oh no, he's frozen.
Oh, no.
Disbelief.
Just give him the floor to give his answers. He freezes on us. Oh dearie me! Right, we'll never get right. Forever hold your Rob. Speak now. Forever hold your peace. All right, Ian, you win.
You agree with me, right, Rob?
You win that. You win the argument. All right, Ian. This is going to be one for you and me now. I'm going to move us on to Binance and USDC. Now, what's happened there is Binance is basically taking the USDC token off of its marketplace, off its exchange. I'm going to let you go thumbs up or thumbs down now, and then we can sort of discuss what this means and why they've done it. So I'm going to go, for them, it's that. For the rest of the world, maybe that.
Yeah, I'd agree with you totally. For Binance, it's a thumbs up. It's a good move. For the other stable coins, it's not so nice. Hey, he's back. You didn't you unanimously agreed with me, Robert, that
I did say, Rob, speak now, forever hold your peace, and you held a very sexy pose, and then didn't say anything.
Yeah.
So I assume that you agree with Ian. So now
I was afraid this would happen. I was like, no, not. I want to intervene. And okay.
We moved on to Binance and USDC, and Ian was just talking us through why this is a good move for Binance, but maybe not such a good move for the rest of the crypto Web3 world. Ian, go on.
Well, it's just that as a simple thing. I think it's a bit of a bold move from Binance to become even more kind of centralized control and showing their teeth and saying like, you know what, guys, we've already got a strong position. We want to make it even stronger. So goodbye to the competitive stable coins that we have to compete with for our spot trading and other things. But one important thing is here. So USDC won't just disappear from Binance. You can still, it's a withdrawal choice. So you can do all your trading on Binance using BUSD as a stable, and then you can basically jump out and cash out to USDC if you want to. So it's possible.
But how? When are they taking it off though? It does say somewhere, doesn't it, that they're taking it off? I think it's later on this year they're taking it off. But does that mean that you can still hold it on Binance after they take it off?
The way they make it sound is if you can cash out with it, then you should be able to hold it in your wallet. So they're still holding.
You just can't buy it via Binance.
Correct.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Delisting of it, but it's like crypto. Oh, sorry, but yeah, the one thing I thought was important is that you can still cash out at a 1:1 ratio for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean
that's quite weird, right?
It is. It is.
I mean, that's yeah.
Why
so
allow?
Then it's like putting on. Yeah, I don't know. It says on the exchange that you're holding BUSD, but that basically you're not holding BUSD. You're holding USDC, but they like it's just I don't know, a mirror or a filter they put in front to make it look like it's BUSD.
Exactly.
Because it's they're not going to get rid of 25 million or how much money they have in USDC from their exchange, because that will still be there.
And the fact that USDT is remaining is a bit strange, in my opinion. If you think of, well, maybe not so strange, but why not just purge everything? Like, why are you being so picky?
Selective, yeah, that's weird.
Bit
Do
strange.
you think this has got the signs of maybe something that looks like maybe a monopoly? I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like removing USDC as an asset and pushing BUSD that really pushes the idea of a monopoly, despite USDT still having a presence on Binance. And it's not only USDC, of course. It's a couple of other stable coins. It's deleting competitors in favor of their own, and I mean, Binance is a strong brand in crypto. Like it has a presence in dozens of countries.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a very interesting move, and I find it. I'm not going to say shocking. Like I'm not really fazed by it, but it's very interesting. Like I somehow also think maybe it's something political, like USDC being like under American control and regulations tightening in the US. Like maybe it's stepping away from USDC for debt. I don't know, like some Cayman Islands or something like that.
Yeah.
Which one?
USDT.
Oh God, they revealed it, didn't they, earlier in the year? I think it is the Cayman Islands.
Cayman Islands, Costa Rica. It's something like that.
Dodge.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like they're like the new Microsoft for the Web3 world, just controlling everything and putting out their own stuff. All right. Well, so hold on a sec. Actually, Rob, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down for Binance. Getting rid of
like power move.
Yeah.
But it's also a bit of a dick move. Like
That's exactly the same. I like it.
That's what we said. All right, let's move swiftly on to one of the biggest stories for Web3 of 2022. People are calling it a watershed moment, a milestone in the technology, and it's of course the Ethereum merge. Now, what that means is they are changing from a proof of work network to a proof of stake one. We won't go into all the details there. There's loads of stuff on DappRadar's website where you can find out all about the nuts and bolts of what that means. But Ian, you're going to take us through some stuff to watch out for after the merge happens around the 15th or 16th of September. Yeah. Over to you.
Around the time of the merge, so as the merge is occurring, these are 3 things that you can check up on to make sure that the merge is occurring as to plan, basically, that things are not going wrong. And this is for spot traders, really, if I'm honest. There's a lot of opportunity around this merge regarding price. So there'll be people out there looking to do quick trades around the same moment in time. So what we're looking out for is a successful merge. Are the dapps still operational? Are validators being penalized? So I'll go through the 3 things and tell you what to look at. And then we've got some links. We'll put those in the chat. So they're the places where you need to go and check it out. So the first one is the ETH2 Beacon Chain mainnet. So obviously all blockchains rely on block production, and these need to be proposed and validated. And each network has their own established kind of benchmark or parameters as to how many blocks are created. So with the Ethereum merge, it's 32. A bundle of 32 blocks creates an epoch. And then that needs to be done within 6.5 minutes. That's the usual standard on the Ethereum Beacon Chain mainnet. So what you got to do is actively monitor the ETH2 Beacon Chain mainnet. And you can use a couple of different sources, but I've got a link here for the Beacon Scan by Etherscan. So red flags to look for would be low voting participation on the epochs, the lack of finality after 13 minutes, that's 2 epochs together, or just a grinding halt on blocks. If you start to see this, it means basically that the merge is having an issue with its process fundamentally. Now, red flags are red flags. You can look for small red flags and big red flags. If you see
Hold on a sec. Sorry. Yep. If we see this red flag, what do we do? Do we run away? Do we take all of our ETH out?
Don't be. Well, you're basically looking to see if it's been successful. So you probably wouldn't have done any trading up until this moment. But yeah, you could run away. If you see that everything's falling down, then you can escape. Yeah. So that's the first one, and the link is there for that one. The second one is the Infura Ethereum 2.0 monitoring. So Infura basically helps dapps to operate. It provides the infrastructure for them to call data and to be operational on the blockchain. So without hosting their own Ethereum node as well. So projects relying on the infrastructure is Uniswap, most, to be honest, Compound, Gnosis, Brave, Decentraland, MetaMask, big things. So monitoring Infura's API, which the link is there as well, is a good starting point to look at dapps performance. If you see that they're not able to call the data, or that things are going wrong in the process net, you're going to see that that things are starting to fall over. So if you see lots of red flags there and that dapps are calling data and it's not happening, then you're like, oh shit, this is about to collapse. So again, it's a case of like keeping things tight and looking. What's next? So slashings and validator penalties. That's the last one to look at. So there's a link there for that as well. So the Ethereum merge consensus mechanism is it's like penalty rules designed to prevent attacks, right? And they're always there. And any validator that's deliberately doing bad things is slashed, meaning that a chunk of their 32 ETH that they staked to be a validator is removed. So, and just, it doesn't matter. Repetitive slashes would eventually cause the validator to be kicked out of the network entirely, but they have to do it quite a few times. So traders need to understand, number one, that slashing is a standard action. It does happen often. There are bad actors. So you shouldn't immediately see it as being a bad sign. But in a bad environment and a bad scenario would be to see hundreds of validators being slashed, and that you're basically seeing a lot of bad actors out there, or that their software is not functioning properly anymore because the merge process has not occurred properly anymore. So there's like 400,000 active validators. So even if like 20 or 30% of them go down, the network can still run. So, you know, don't jump out the ship at that level. But if you see a complete fallover of and everybody getting penalized, then there's issues there. All right. So monitoring slashing is like a preemptive measure, really. So you could start doing that today, really, because they've started doing the work. So, and it indicates that the service has gone down, or the hosting provider is not working, or it's just gone offline, basically. So,
sorry, before we go on, what is slashing again in sort of layman's terms for people like me?
Penalizing bad actors for misbehaving within the network. So trying to
doing bad things,
doing bad stuff. So bad actors not doing the role properly, or trying to, I don't know, like create a hack or an exploit. they're slashed for that and they lose money. So they don't do it because they'll lose their investment.
Can I ask you a question, Ian?
Sure.
So if I see low voting participation on Beacon Chain mainnet, or let's see, what's the other thing? Like the nodes on the Infura, they don't work properly. Like, what can I do? Like, essentially, like I have ETH in my MetaMask or wherever. Like, what are my options?
You're good. Like, your ETH is in your MetaMask. It's not contained within a decentralized application or a DEX or even on a centralized exchange. Your ETH is within your control, right? It's in your MetaMask account, your crypto, your password. That's the safest thing you can do. Even safer is to put it onto a ledger, but because MetaMask can also be affected here. But it's not your tokens that are at risk as such. It's the service operation. So imagine you tried to do a trade, it's all falling over and everything goes wrong and you lose a bunch of ETH. This is what you're kind of mitigating here. So yeah, you're good, Rob, by having it in your MetaMask.
Is it maybe the thing is don't do any maybe trades for the first few days. Make sure it's all gone through properly.
That's like
when else make the mistakes, and then you can.
Basically, most people would be wise to do that and take a back seat and watch what's going on, whereas seasoned traders will be monitoring this to find opportunities, which is kind of what I've been researching this week. So why I thought I'll share it. And don't get it twisted as well. This is not my original research. This has come from smart people across the cryptoverse. I just wanted to deliver it to you guys as a precautionary tale, really. But yeah, if you're planning to do some spot trading,
it's kind of interesting. Like I saw this message from Sky Mavis. They will close the Ronin bridge 24 hours before the merge.
Oh, really?
And then until after the merge, everything has settled down. So like we're looking at, let's say, a 48-hour bridge closure.
Yeah,
I assume many other bridges will do the same.
They are.
Of course, dapps technically can't really close.
No.
So
but you'd be silly to use one like a Uniswap and like trying to transfer, say the day of the merge, trying to transfer 1,000 ETH or something. You'd be silly to try and do that, maybe. But you say something about Ronin there. They definitely should be cautious because they probably can't afford another hack,
no, of course.
Yeah.
But you are seeing that from a lot of protocols, Rob, I think, as well. They're saying we're going to pause our bridge. But as you say correctly, dapps cannot pause operations. So that's why it's important if you're going to be doing things to make sure you're ahead of the game and you're watching what's going on, because this is, at the end of the day, this is like two bits of software coming together, I guess. And it's not a given that everything's just going to work nicely.
No, but we should say they've done a lot of testing and that all the tests so far have been successful, and they've merged loads of test nets. So
should be fine.
It looks like they know what they're doing, and I reckon it will be fine. What are you laughing at, Rob?
No, yeah. I reckon it will be fine. And then last week we said, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. So
nobody knows.
The main advice here is if you are holding ETH, don't go trading it and don't go interacting with dapps maybe for 24 hours before and the 24 hours afterwards. Let the dust settle. And let other people see if there's mistakes or not, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't reckon anything will go wrong. I mean, who knows? Something could go wrong. It's a big thing they're doing, isn't it?
Well,
They've done everything they can to ensure that it doesn't go wrong, so we can tip our hat to them in that regard and hope for the best. But
it kind of feels to me like they're trying to change like the engine of a plane while the plane's in the sky, and don't let it go down. But also,
that's exactly what it is, Charlie.
Yeah. So good luck to them to switch that engine out. But let's see.
Yeah, so there we go. Right, Ian is keeping you all ahead of the game there, and another man who can keep us all ahead of the game, quite literally in this sense, is our own king of content, Robert Hogendorn. Right, I'm going to hand the floor over to you, and you can tell us all about your gaming alpha and what's happening this week with gaming.
Yes. So this is going to be a bit. We're going to test a few things.
Remember, everyone, this is a live show.
Yeah, so we're going to test a few things with a video. But I have 5 games to show. So starting with goes. So the first one has an important update this week is Gods Unchained, the trading card game. From now on, every day, your first 10 matches will contribute to the play-to-earn system. So when you win a match, you win shards, and based on the total daily shard distribution, you will get earnings from the Gods token pool. So if you play Gods Unchained, which you can do for free, and you become good and you rank up, because the amount of money you earn is also dependent on the level you are, you can earn Gods tokens. So that's pretty nice. As you can see, it's a trading card game. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to play. How long does it take to get like to a decent level in this game? How much?
Yeah, they changed it a couple of times, right? I mean, the mechanics, like they had a couple of seasons of cards right now. When you join the game for free, you get access to the basic deck, but of course not to the historical content. So you might miss a couple of cards. But ultimately, like if you're good at the game, you can make progress no matter which cards you have. So there is a very competitive element to it. But how fast you can rank up, I honestly I'm not that good at it. So I'm not going to give you anything. I'm not going to say you can get rich in 5 days.
Yeah, and as with all things like this, if you do put in your own bit of money, you do generally increase in your experience level and quality quite quickly compared to doing it the free way.
No, yeah, this Gods Unchained, you really need to win matches to increase your level. Because
winning matches
that will earn you XP. XP levels up your player account, etc., etc., etc.
But if you spend real money on better cards, you win matches more better.
Yeah, but you don't spend the cards you buy are not necessarily better. Like you you get more cards, but you don't. Yeah, if you don't apply the right cards for the right situation, then you don't win, and you still end up at the bottom of the pile. So you need to be. It's more about being tactical and smart than it is about buying good cards. But of course, like if you have a certain tactic in mind and you know, I need to get two or three cards that are, let's say, have good healing capabilities. Yeah, then you buy those cards to adjust your tactic. Absolutely, that's true.
Nice.
I like Gods Unchained. It's got a nice.
Yeah, Gods Unchained is cool. And it's a real OG in the space. So the next game I want to touch upon briefly, because I'm not that much of a connoisseur on it, but MegaCryptoPolis started a few years as a 2D city building game, then became a 3D city building game, and supposedly today, it will reopen as a 3D virtual world where you can walk in around with using your avatar. Now you can have your avatar performing jobs, creating items that other people can buy to place in their virtual home. So it's basically becoming a mix of SimCity with The Sims together with the crypto economy. And that's
so this is where I can put my Bowie collection, right?
yeah. I guess you can, because you can put NFTs on your wall in your in your Mega World Mansion.
Yeah.
So, you first need to buy a Mega World Mansion though.
Need the mansion first.
I do like the clean graphics on that though. I know they look a bit basic, but they're quite like smooth and nice and clean.
Yeah, and this trailer was old. So I'm pretty sure like the new one, it looks a little bit more sophisticated. Nice. But Mega World should be going live today, so keep your eyes open to that. Participate in that game. Start producing. Put your avatar to work. Start producing resources.
Is it a bit like Upland?
No. Upland is really like Monopoly. And this is really like almost like The Sims, but
city living. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, city. I mean, really see it as a mix of The Sims and SimCity. It's really different from Upland.
Before you go on to your next one, I found it really funny that they've got like loads of routers lined up like for the internet, and I was just like, I really don't need them. They're only there because we need them in real life. They're not like an aesthetic thing, and then they're just all sat there, just like giving you the internet from inside the internet.
You got to create the perfect
I know.
scenario, you know.
It's all simulation. It's all simulation, Charlie. So next game on the list is Hash Rush. If you're not familiar, yes, this is actually pretty cool. It's it's a real-time strategy game. Their closed beta is going live today. Now, this trailer does not necessarily address that closed beta per se, but like the game started a couple of years back, and it's they had some makeovers. Like Vorto Games bought them, acquired the entire company, and including, of course, Hash Rush. And now they've built the Vorto network on the Near protocol blockchain. So Hash Rush runs on Near. You can play the game. It's real-time RTS. Has some base building in it. There's some other like strategy game mechanics in it. Joining the closed beta, you need to go to hashrush.vorto.gg. I will make sure it goes into the chat. So to hashrush.vorto.gg, you need to buy one Hashrush NFT. This will automatically grant you a Vorto key, and that key also means you get access to the closed beta. So buy one NFT, whichever one you want. You will get an extra key NFT that will give you access to that.
One quick question: Where can people buy the NFTs from? Have they got an in-game marketplace?
Yes, so you need to make a Vorto account. They have their own Vorto marketplace, etc.
Cool.
And you can pay with credit card, by the way. So it's not like you don't have to go through a hassle of bridging tokens from Ethereum to Near or to the Vorto network. You just pay with credit card.
It's on Near
these days. Sorry, go on, Ian.
Did you say it's on Near?
It's on Near, yes.
Interesting. Nice.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It seems to be the way these days. A lot of stuff are pay with credit card. So there are a lot of people making these APIs where you can just like click through instead of having to get your MetaMask wallet and buy your Ethereum, bridge stuff, and do all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So, well, sometimes I'm also like I'm bridging. God, I hate that. And
expensive as well.
Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, I might as well just pull my credit card, make sure I get $50 on Matic or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what it does though, guys? Like when you have to make that quick, like with the bridging and stuff, it makes you think a bit harder about what you're doing, which I don't know is such a good, games is like, oh, that looks cool, I'm going to go play it. And you just dive in. But when you've got to do this process first, it's just adding to the drop off, right? That's what I kind of think. Drop off for attention.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing, right? We always talk about gaming becoming big in Web3 and in blockchain gaming, and there are too many hurdles still. And the easier you can buy into a project, credit card purchases or whatever, the better.
See, this sounds like a little bit of a mini shill, but that's why staking with cross-chain with DappRadar is really good because you don't have to get it out on Ethereum. You can get it out on BNB, and it's just a lot cheaper and easier to move stuff across. And
it's like you harvest your rewards with Radar, but you get them on another chain. You can convert, then you can potentially convert it to another currency without the hassle of having to bridge stuff.
Yeah. Right, what's your next game?
Next up is Galaxy Fight Club. It's a mobile game, and it's very Web3 because you can use all kinds of NFTs as your characters. So they have their own characters, but you can also play as a Bored Ape or other NFTs. So what's interesting here is that they have introduced the first mechanics for the play-to-earn system. So you can earn G-Coin for playing the game, accomplishing missions, winning battles, that kind of stuff, and also for Twitter engagements. I'm pretty sure you won't get rich from Twitter engagements, but it is a nice way, A, for them to shield their game, and B, for you to get a bit of an edge in and getting some G-Coin in your wallet. So that's a pretty cool update. And I honestly Galaxy Fight Club looks a lot like Brawl Stars. Brawl Stars is one of the most popular games on mobile at this moment. Like all kids are playing it. And Galaxy Fight Cup looks a lot like it. And it has some potential.
Was this a free-to-play game before, Rob, that just added in the play-to-earn mechanic?
No.
They just launched it. It looks really polished. It looks nice. It looks pretty like.
No, is it like a battle royale sort of thing?
No, it's team-based.
Okay.
Yeah. You play. I think it's 3 against 3 or 4 against 4. And I don't know quite know the numbers, but team against team, and you need to kill each other, get points, and who first reaches the amount of points wins. That kind of stuff.
Nice.
Last one, but definitely not the least in the list, is Superior. Superior is a action online role-playing game made by Gala Games and Drifter, and it looks pretty sick.
Yeah.
So if you've ever played, what was it called? Crackdown on Xbox 360, and now I really sound like an old guy, but like this has some kind of similar feel to it. I really love the graphics. You use a hero character. You play the game to battle demons, monsters, etc. What's cool is that their alpha playtest goes live today. I don't know for how long, but if you're interested, go to the Gala Games website, and you can get access to Superior.
And if it's Gala Games, it's probably going to be a minimum level of quality as well, don't you? Because they do generally put out very, very good stuff.
Like they have good stuff in development. Let's like the amount of games they have actually actually live is of course very limited. Like they have Townstar. At the moment, Spider Tanks is in some beta testing, launching.
They've got Miranda's, haven't they?
Yeah, Miranda's, but Miranda's have only had a couple of play tests.
Yeah, I know. It still looks cool. They look cool.
They have some interesting brands as well. They have like a Battlestar Galactica game. They have the Walking Dead game. So there's some branding involved on Gala Games as well. So really cool stuff.
Thanks for that, Rob. I think there's one more little bit of news we can give you about the Sandbox live gameplay today. Is it today it's happening?
Yeah, exactly. So if you're interested in blockchain gaming, make sure you tune in to our YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook channels, because at 3:30 UTC, we will have live gameplay of the Sandbox Alpha. Fabrizio will dive into a new challenge. And there's some surprise guests, a level designer from the Sandbox, who will be interviewed by our lovely Ian Kane.
There he is.
That's me.
Taking the hot seat. All right. Thank you very much for that, Rob. As always, some great little bits of information and reveals there. Now, there's one more reveal that we will have for you from DappRadar, and it's the integration of a new blockchain. Now, we do a lot of these, but this is a particularly big one because we are integrating Cardano into our tools and products, which is quite exciting. Ian, do you want to talk to this topic? Tell us all what's happening. We can quickly go over it, and then we have a really exciting meme competition reveal.
Yeah, I want to get to the meme competition. But
talk us through Cardano quickly, and then we can move on.
Okay, so we're integrating the Cardano blockchain. Cardano is a proof-of-stake blockchain, and what can I say about it? It claims to be the first to have approached the building of a blockchain with a scientific philosophy and a research-first driven approach and peer-to-peer reviews. What does that mean? It means these boys have taken a considerable amount of time to try to ensure that their blockchain works, rather than just throwing it out there like a broken tire. So at this point in time, Cardano has been getting quite a lot of hype over the year. A lot of dapps have started to launch there. So it's time for DappRadar to start listing their dapps. So it's been around a long time, started in 2000. Famously, the story is Charles Hoskins, who is the founder of Cardano, used to work with Hoskinson. Sorry, I call him Hosky all the time. Charles Hoskinson used to work with Vitalik Buterin on Ethereum. And then they had a fallout over a dispute to do with funding where Charles wanted to accept some funding and Vitalik didn't. So they had a fallout.
It was that private public sort of debate.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So at that point, they kind of went their separate ways, and they've been separate ever since. And Ethereum launched a long time ago in 2015. and Cardano has just been kind of bubbling away in the background. It is in the top 10 market cap, the ADA token. It's like the elephant in the room, some people call it. Like it's been sitting there patiently waiting to take over the scene. We will see. We will see once we start listing their dapps and what sort of performance.
What I will say about Cardano is it's got a lot of detractors and a lot of lovers. Like you either sort of seem to love it and the people behind it, or you seem to really despise them. And it's funny because it's just a blockchain. But
look, like
it's memes.
Cardano is at number 8 in terms of market cap, right? At this very moment, like the moment we're talking right now. So it's a top 10 market cap. So it makes sense to have it on DappRadar. Like I think lots of the issues around the reputation of Cardano over the years have come from people within Cardano talking, and all they had was staking ADA.
Yeah.
And it was not like that for 6 months, not for a year. I mean, Cardano was there when I stepped into the blockchain space, like in 2017, 18-ish. So for the past 4 or 5 years, it's been the same. And only like 2022, we finally seen some depth development and things actually launching. And I think this prolonged waiting game or development time, or whatever you want to call it, that has created lots of haters. And let's hope that now that their blockchain is going live and attracting the devs, hopefully it also will attract users, and hopefully we at DappRadar can play a role in that discovery process.
Yeah, and as always with these things, time will tell if it's a success. I quite like it actually. Also, the way that they do their confirmations and stuff is all quite different to how most other people do it, so it's quite cool. Oh, do we have a visitor on the show, do we?
You got a live guest.
That's not my cat, it's yours, is it, Rob?
No, it's my cat. Yeah.
Just on the
She wants to
Cardano
go into the bathroom.
I think it's pretty important that Cardano was also in the top 10 by market cap in 2017. And if you look at that list in 2017 and that list today, there are not many survivors, and Cardano is one of them. Bitcoin, and then just picking up on what Rob was saying about the haters, there are haters, but I think most of them have got ADA in their wallet, and that's why they're because they've been waiting, and that's it. It's not a negative thing. It's like, come on, guys, we believe in you. Show us what you've got, because we want a result from the company we believed in. So it's exciting. I think it's exciting. And if there's anybody out there building dapps on Cardano, please make yourself known to DappRadar. You can self-list your dapp on DappRadar, no problem. So we have tools that you can do it yourself, and you can get your dapp up on our site, and people will then see it, and you'll see how it's performing. So come and work with us, alongside us. Right, the moment we've all been waiting for. We are going to be doing the big reveal of the DappRadar meme competition. So how this is going to work, the memes of your dreams. The memes, that's nice.
The way this is going to work is we're going to go through the top 10 and just look at them, critique them, see what we think. People in the chat, if you want to tell us your favorite ones as well, feel free. And then we are going to show you the top 3 as voted for by the DappRadar staff. So, we've all been looking at them as a team, and we all decided on our favorite ones. So without further ado, should we look at the 10 and just talk about them, have a little laugh, and go through them? So
bring it.
All right.
I'm a big fan of this one. I'll just quickly jump in and tell you why. It's because, and I think these are what the best ones all share, is that they show exactly what DappRadar is all about, and that's aggregating data from all different blockchains on all different sectors. So you've got tokens, DeFi, gaming, NFTs, all that sort of stuff. It's all in our one place. And that was what the whole point of DappRadar was from the start, when it started in 2018 with our 2 founders. So this, I think, does sort of sum up, and it's also quite funny because it's Family Guy, but it really sums up.
I like this.
It really sums up what we're all about.
Just to mention as well, we received hundreds of memes for this, and it took a long time to whittle it down to 100 and then whittle it down to 10. So you're seeing.
And also, thank you very much for people who did send them in, because you clearly spent, some people spent more time than others, but there was a lot of time spent by everyone. And it's
some people did spend more time than others, and we will get to a particular person.
Yeah, there's a particular. That's the one I was thinking of here. There's a particular.
You're only going to count So it's a top 10, but you're only going to count 9 here. We're not stupid. We can count. The 10th one is a bit different. All right. So this is number 1. So that's pretty cool. Here comes number 2. I like this.
Now this is GTA, isn't it?
This is just like, yeah. Look
and
at
who do we have there?
It's got a Molotov cocktail.
You know what's kind of interesting? That's Dragos. So people who don't know, that's the person on the right. It actually fits. Like it's like if you look at it from a corner of your eye, it actually could be him.
I know. It's really well done. They've done a great job, like stitching it together, right? Like it looks good.
So that's CEO Scamantis in the middle. I do like the. Just quickly go back with the.
He does look meaty, doesn't he?
Just the size of his body and the dog he's holding, and
the size of Scamantis' head in relation to his body is also a good one. But I like this one.
Left, we have Patrick.
The lack of neck as well.
I know, it's hilarious, isn't it? Right. So next one.
Right. Next. This one. I quite like this one. So it's like this guy's trying to connect to the entire internet. Don't really need to. Just go to DappRadar, isn't it? I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when Kabi does something, it's always quite. he's so memeable. Such a.
It's his innocent little face, isn't it? Look how cute he is. He's just like, huh? I didn't realize.
Who is that, Rob?
It's Kabi, right?
Footballer. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I've never heard of him.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No, you're joking.
Does he play for Italy?
He's known for his memes more than his football. Let's say that.
You really don't know him, Charlie?
No, I spend all my day on the internet. Can't believe I don't know him. You two are looking at me like this.
You're joking. Come on.
Anyway, this guy's a footballer, and this is entry number 3. Let's get to number 4.
No, I like this one because all the best tools and things that you see, same as a piece of artwork. You know, when you say, "Why didn't I do this?" Yeah. And with DappRadar, it's like, why didn't I think to put everything into one place? But our team did. So here we are.
It's bloody hard work, and we were. It
is hard work, but it's also the best ideas, the simple ones that you think, why don't we just do that?
I like this because he looks. It's almost he looks natural. Like they've done a good job.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, the hand is a bit big, but maybe like my hand looks big now as well. So.
But it's kind of cool, and I like it because Scamantis has got this wild hair, which he doesn't have in real world. So I like that. All right, what's next? Okay, so mirror. World's trusted decentralized applications. DappRadar. I can't read the small print. It's basically everything in one place.
That platform enables users to track, analyze, and discover decentralized applications. It tracks over 3,000 dapps across. Does that say 10 plus blockchains? I think it's more like 40 plus blockchains.
Hey.
Including 40 is also 10 plus.
Well, yeah, that does technically make sense.
You didn't say 10 minus, so that's fine.
No,
this one's cool, quite creative.
I like this one. This is like a proper meme, isn't it? It's like cool.
Minus points for not using the right logo, but I'll let him off for that, or her off with that. I like this because it takes me back to being a child. This is Transform.
Yeah. Is that called the Megazord?
It's that Japanese one, isn't it? Not the Transformers.
No, this is a Voltron.
That's it, Ultron.
no, Voltron.
Voltron, sorry, that's it.
Yeah.
Unite.
So again, this is similar to the first one where it's everything all together in one place. And I think, again, that sort of shows off what we do in meme form.
And that's important as well, because it's nice to see that people get what we do, you know? Like
definitely.
This one's kind of cool. It's a bit confusing. There's a lot going on here, but basically Radar is the king. Everyone else is coming around begging us for information. Look, even Elon's in there. CZ.
Who's the guy in front? With is that?
That's Vitalik, right?
It's Vitalik, yeah.
Oh,
you didn't recognize him without the bulge. You didn't see him. You didn't recognize him without the bulge, did you?
And the guy on the left.
Normally he doesn't wear a suit, man. He wears some weird hat and a hippie T-shirt.
A unicorn outfit. Yeah, you're right. Actually, CZ on the left, Elon on the right.
Yeah.
Big Snoop D-O-double-G up at the front, next to Vitalik there.
So blockchains, tokens, NFTs, Elon Musk.
I mean, if only like DappRadar would get the Elon Musk approval, that would be great.
What we need is one tweet from Elon.
Musk just saying, "Listen, for all my dapps, I go to DappRadar."
Yeah.
Then we'll be done.
One day, mate. One day, mate. One day. Right, what's next?
Oh,
this is my favorite.
I like this.
I like this one as well. For all the
it's pretty clever, right? It's pretty smart.
Yeah, it's one of those ones like if you know, you know.
Yeah.
It's also because it's so contemporary pop culture. Like you need to watch Stranger Things, of course, to understand this. But yeah,
I like it. All right, and then this is the last one of the visuals.
And this is DappRadar as God, presumably.
I think so.
That should be Jesus, by the way. Like
yes.
you don't depict God.
It's Jesus. What would Jesus do? Jesus would bring all of the stuff into one great platform, and So it's CoinGecko, Crypto Compare, Market Cap, all in one place. I like this one, but it's a bit abstract, I think. So I'm not the biggest fan, but
yeah. So these are the
I do like its apes who are like begging.
It's pretty cool.
Please give me the alpha. Please tell me what I have to do.
Yeah, APIs, please. Okay, so that was 9. And then we had one entry, which deserves a special place in all our hearts, because this person put some serious effort into this.
They did. Everyone in the office was very impressed with the effort and the result of this one. So,
unfortunately, it's not a meme, so it didn't count. But we are highlighting it because we thank you. Really, we do. This is cool. So let's throw this video out there. So this person really went to town, and
So what they've done there is they've created a DappRadar poster, and I must say I really enjoyed the tune as well.
it's lovely, like, isn't it?
But it's also like it's pretty cool. Like it would not look bad in the DappRadar office on the wall somewhere.
So maybe that person should send it in. We can put it.
Yeah,
up
we just big thank you to that person. We can see how much effort you've put there. It's really cool. So thank you very much. We do appreciate it. It's awesome.
But of course, there can only ever be one winner and 2 runners up.
Yeah, I was going to say there's 3 winners actually.
There's one number 1 and 2 runners up, and the cat is obviously very interested in that as well.
That's not happy. So let's chuck up the screen again with the winners.
So there's Ian, you talk us through what the winners getting, what's happening here.
Yeah, so the winners they're going to share 10,000 radar tokens amongst the 3. So what's that, like 3,333.3 each or something like that?
Math.
Quick maths. So let's get into the winners. So the first winner had the username Newpie00. So we're going to start from 3rd place and we're going to go back to the winner. So the first one you're going to see came 3rd, then it's 2nd, then it's 1st. All right, so here we go. 3rd place, we have a well-deserved 3rd place, I believe, for this person.
Yeah,
nice.
Also, as you said, the Dragos one's really good.
Yeah, I kind of need GTA music right now.
Okay, cool. So that's number 3, and really good work there. I like that one a lot. Here's number 2. This was
your fave, wasn't it, Ian?
This was my fave, just because I think it's very clever, and somebody just came up with this idea very quickly, I think, and nailed it. All right, so you've come 2nd. Well done. Good work. And now, number 1. Oh,
this is my favorite.
It's a good one. It's a great
good one.
So, what are we going to call that animal? The
DappRadar.
Yes.
What the hell is that thing? Yeah.
So was that like a groundhog, a penguin, a lion, a donkey, an elephant, and a giraffe. So maybe someone could put
and a crocodile tail.
It's like that thing from the Napoleon Dynamite. What's it called? The Liger or whatever it is.
The Liger.
It's one of these. So there we have it. The 3, you're the winner. Congratulations. Number 2, second place. Number 3, third place. You will be sharing 10,000 Radar tokens. Congratulations to all 3 of you, and thank you to everybody who took the time to enter. It means a lot.
Thank you very much. A very good effort from everyone.
And this won't be the last meme competition, I'm sure. So keep your pen in your hand. There'll be more opportunities to get involved with these things later.
Thank you very much. Excellent. Right. We will leave it there for today on that lovely, joyful, community-driven note. Remember, you can read more about all the things we've discussed here by going over to the DappRadar blog. Also, go and find out about games, NFTs, tokens by using all of our products that are there that, as those memes showed, store everything together into one place. We also have loads of AMAs and interviews over on our YouTube channel. And lastly, I'll end up with saying thank you both for joining and see you next time.
Yeah.